welcome back to my channel. So I am still on my jewelry kick here for the holidays. I get on a roll sometimes and get inspired, and I gotta go where my inspiration takes me. So these are all the things I'm going to use: UV resin, some black pigment, some crushed mirror glass that I dyed myself with purple alcohol ink. Really easy to do. You just put it on in a cup, mix it up with a few drops of alcohol ink, pour it out on like a paper towel, let it dry, and there you go. Perfect. And then I've got these gold leafing pieces that I'm going to use tiny, tiny little bits of. So what I'm going to do is a really pretty pair of elegant earrings that are sparkly enough for a really nice holiday event and really classy looking, I think, anyway. So here we are, and I am doing a little bit of UV resin, maybe a tablespoon or more, and 3 drops of black pigment. And I'm just going to put it all in the bottom here to make basically a background layer for the design. So it doesn't have to be thick. It just has to be a nice layer covering the whole bottom. And I also cleaned up the sides a little bit there, as you can see, and then cured it for 120 seconds. And sometimes that's not long enough, as you'll see, that I have to redo it, the curing, after I pop it out. So, you always have to be careful with UV, and you got to work in small, thin layers. Now, next, I am putting another thin layer of just clear UV to use to float my gold leaf in and my crushed glass. So I'm just picking up teeny weeny little pieces of gold leaf and putting them in randomly all around in different spots. Bigger pieces, littler pieces, all the way around. Now this gold leaf, I got it from Amazon. All of the information will be in the description below as to the products, where I got them. Also, I've got discount codes, one for J Diction, which is the resin I use, but they also sell other things. If you go in through that link, you'll get 10% off if you decide to order anything. And then one for BB Craft, which is where I get my jump rings and jewelry, hardware, and things like that. But they also sell a whole lot of other things, so check them out through the link below also. And there's also the information on how to contact me, my email address, my Amazon wish list, should you feel so inclined. And that's it. So, as you see, I'm still placing tiny, tiny little bits of the gold around. And now I'm going to move to the mirror glass. I love purple, so I chose my purple mirror glass, but I've got it in multiple colors using my alcohol inks. I have jars of already made up colored mirror glass. So I have in a past video shown you how I dye it. I can't remember which video it is, but honestly, it is not hard to do. Like I said, I just get the jar of the plain silver-looking crushed mirror glass, put a little bit in a paper cup, put in a few drops of the alcohol ink color I want, and you just mix it until it covers everything. Then I just pour it out on a paper towel and let it dry, and then put it in a jar, and there you go. I mean, you could buy different colored glass, but it just seems like so much more economical to just get a big jar of the plain silver looking and do your own. So that's what I do. I'm given 120 seconds for each of these cures because I want to make sure that they're solid. So now that I've got all that there, all I'm going to do is put some clear UV resin all around. And just let that spread around evenly. Make sure there's no little bubbles. And then I'll cure that for 120 also. So let me take a moment to just say hello to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you all for subscribing and supporting my channel. I appreciate all the thumbs up, comments, and sharing of my videos. It really helps me with YouTube's algorithm, keep me in rotation, and help my channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what you see, I hope you will. And click the bell for future notifications. So you can see here, that bottom, even after I turned it over and cured the back, is a little bit soft. Right there, see? So I'm just going to cure it again for 120 seconds out of the mold. And then we're good. Now I'm going to dome a clear layer on the back, so it'll be nice and smooth. And doming means taking the resin to the edge, not letting it fall over, so that it gives a rounded edge all the way around. That's called doming. And that's what I'm doing here, and it's just a nice finished look for it. Cure another 120 seconds. See, these earrings are not hard to do, and you could end up with some really nice jewelry to wear that evening after you make them. So now I'm just cleaning up the edges. You see a little bit of the clear went over the edge a bit, and I'm just using regular scissors. You could use a deburring tool, which you can also get from Amazon. Whatever works. Sometimes I just need my fingernail to flick it off, and that's good enough. So now I'm going to put that down and put a clear coat on top. And make sure that all comes to the edges too. And that there's no little tiny bubbles. Sometimes you get tiny little micro bubbles in the UV resin. I don't have a big problem with it. If you do, you can use like a little heat gun and just go over it, and it'll pop the bubbles for you. It'll blow it around a little bit and pop the bubbles. But I just really don't have that issue. I just do that and play around with it till I'm sure everything's nice and smooth, and that works for me. So I didn't make a necklace with this, but you could easily take the same mold and make a pendant of the same size. But I just decided this time to just do some pretty fancy dangling earrings. And while they're, nice size, the great part is that they're very lightweight, because UV resin doesn't weigh much. They might look like they must be heavy, but they are not. So this right now is the final layer that I'm putting on, and this one I'm going to dome. so that it does have the nice rounded edge, smooth and finished looking. So some people have asked me about some of the tools that I use. Everything I could get from Amazon or BB Craft. Okay. These are silicone tips, as you can see. So it's flexible, but it's soft and firm enough to spread everything out nice and smooth. And the other end of it is a little metal tip. Now, I bought it in a set, so there's different shaped silicone tips on one end and different kind of metal points on the other end to use. And I also sometimes use a fine paintbrush just for spreading. So now we're at the final point. As you see, I have one earring already done. I'm going to really bling it out here. I've got two of my metal rings that you've seen me use before. These are a medium size. And I cut them both and carefully put them up together nice against each other. Opened it up so that I could put it on the earring itself, and then closed it up and made sure that the two pieces were flush against each other, the metal pieces with no space between them. I'm using two to keep it stronger and be able to hold the rhinestone string. As you see, I cut off of my spool of rhinestone. I cut the length that I needed. I measured it around first. And I'm just first UVing it shut. I didn't have to go all the way around because I'm going to go all the way around when I put the rhinestones on anyway. So now I'm just using my little tip, spreading a little bit, thin layer of UV, and I'm going to then start laying the rhinestone string around. And you see the two rings, it's just the perfect width to hold on to it. And I'll go around and UV each little section and cure it as I go. And when I got to the end, if it turns out that I need to cut a tiny little piece off, I just do so, easy enough. I just want to make sure it fits and both ends meet and it's not bulky or anything. And there you go with a really nice, fancy looking ring to add to the elegance of the whole earring, I think. So I just go all the way around and put it all together. Make sure it's centered just right. And then after I'm all done this, I then can and have go around a little bit, adding a little bit more around the sides and everything, just to make sure that it's going to hold and stay together. So I put the final jump ring and earring hooks on off camera, and here we go. Here's the finished set. Look how elegant and classy they came out. And it didn't take that long to make them either. So I'm real happy with them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please stay safe, be kind, and have a great day.